So July is primarily recognized as Disability Pride Month. It is also recognized as French American Heritage Month, National Bison Month, and most important, no, and Plastic Free Month. I decided that someone must have done something on disability since it was late July, although I have to confess I have not watched every single episode of our congregation yet. So anyway, I decided to do French American Heritage Month. This month recognizes the historical and cultural ties between France and the United States. So I asked Google the question, what are some Christian French peacemakers? Not too far down the feed surfaced Pax Christi International. Pax Christi was officially founded on the 13th of March in 1945 in France. At that time, southern France was already liberated from the grasp of the Nazis. Here is a little history of Pax Christi. Pierre-Marie Thies, Bishop of Montauban in southern France, gave Marthe d'Ortel-Claudot his full support to start a Christian movement for reconciliation and peace. On the evening of March 13th, this movement was baptized as Pax Christi in a flat in Montauban. Pierre-Marie Thies, Bishop of Montauban, opposed the Vichy regime and Nazi collaboration, raising awareness against Jewish deportation. Arrested by the Gestapo, he was liberated after the Normandy landings. Upon his return to Montauban in 1944, he advocated for the reconstruction and reconciliation. Marthe d'Ortel-Claudot, a lecturer from Alsace-Lorraine, opposed the Vichy regime and aided Jews during World War II. She joined the resistance in 1942. Her deep spirituality, revealed posthumously, led her to start a small praying group for German priests and people at the end of 1944. Soon after, the Pax Christi was founded. Pax Christi International is the global Catholic peace movement dedicated to promoting gospel nonviolence, justice, and reconciliation, rooted in Catholic social teachings. For decades, Pax Christi International has been calling for a deep reflection on the failure of war and violence, and for investment in effective nonviolent tools for reconciliation to nurture the just peace essential to alleviating intense human suffering. On their website, under Peace Stories, is the byline, stories of hope, advocacy, and inspiration from around the world. The three most recent stories from June and July of 2025 are about what is happening in Gaza. It was my plan to read one of these stories, but they are all so sad I was afraid I could not read one without crying. In fact, I tried to read one at home and I did. So here's an overview. The first one is a strong opinion piece by Gay Rosenblum Kumar. In the story, she says, stories, not numbers, make people wake up and see. 50,000 killed in Gaza, and daily televised crimes against humanity, but it seems few even blink. She posits the George Floyd story as one that woke up a majority of Americans who were horrified enough to finally confront difficult questions about themselves and their culture. She hopes that the story of Dr. Ala al-Najjar, mother of 9 dead children in Gaza, will be such a story. She ends with, until we mothers can understand the desperate need for change, the world will not. We can be the arbiters of empathy. The soul of this generation, not just in Israel, lies in our hands. There are 2 other recent stories on the site. One of the stories is of Jihad, a Palestinian man living in Gaza amidst a relentless war. It draws attention to the cost of flour in Gaza. A 25-kilogram bag of flour is $600. That's a 50-pound bag. And another story is of Aileen, one of the thousands of lost children in Gaza. I encourage you to read these stories and reflect on the people in Gaza in your prayers for peace.
Thank you, Jane. I invite you to stand in body or spirit and greet those around you with the blessing of peace, and we'll send peace to the online folks as well.